Stop listening to Pokemon YouTubers like these guys, the Flex Gods.
Trash.
Kind of trash. But on some real talk though, just a lot of things have been happening recently. I think we should just talk about it. And it's basically just the main premise that listening to Pokemon YouTubers is good. I think at the end of the day, if you're digesting media about Pokemon cards, YouTube is definitely the best place to do so. But when it becomes your main source of information, it's really easy to misjudge your decisions and just buy into the hype.
Yeah, you shouldn't follow everything a YouTuber does. It's cool to, like, do some of it, but, like, if you do everything, that's an L.
Yeah, basically, we'll give examples and we'll talk about it more. But a quick disclaimer is I do think that YouTubers and their information is really good as a starting point, but once you get deeper and deeper into the hobby, you want to just make your own decisions, and I think that's going to be the best way to go about things. But we'll talk about it deeper. Make sure to like and subscribe really quick before we get into it.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
Alright, video will start now, just for you. Alright guys, before we get started with this beautiful YouTube chart that I made, we're just going to talk about the situation. As you guys know, if you guys are into Pokemon cards and you watch our channel, there's a bunch of YouTube channels that are like, oh, top 5 invest. You should buy this card right now. Do this and do that.
Buy this card specifically.
Reverse Hollow Weedle, PSA 9. PSA 4 Fire Energy 2020. That's a good invest, honestly.
Yeah, that's a great
What's
invest.
another good invest?
Top loader. Empty top loader.
Empty top loader, invest. Very clean. PSA tenable. Grade? Question mark. But anyways, so basically there's a lot of YouTube channels that base their identity around investing and buying, and it's good. I think they're good to watch. Like I said earlier, they're a good place to start, but at the end of the day, YouTube videos, once they're posted, if you really think about it, that person who made the YouTube video being like, oh, invest in this, buy this, do this. Think about how many they already bought. Think about how many people they've talked to that aren't their YouTube channel that have bought that card.
Yeah, and then, like, so many people buy them, and it's, like, not a good invest. I think that whenever you watch these videos, you should use them as information and use that information to find new things.
Yeah, it's a good jumping point, basically. Because basically, at the end of the day, buying the best Pokemon cards is just being more hipster, but not being too hipster. But it's just expanding your horizons. So if someone's like, yo, buy Neo Genesis Pikachu, it's good to see what's in the Neo Genesis set. Or
buy something from there or something like that.
Yeah, dig out and branch out and try to find places that they haven't uncovered that's tangible to that idea. And it has to resonate artistically, like for you as a person, like the card work and all that stuff. But I just wanted to get that out there really quick. It's just not a sustainable way to develop yourself as a investor. As an investor and as a collector too. Just following people mindlessly isn't the best way. And I'm very like into the idea of like, you just do you. You just have to do it yourself and you develop your own muscle. Basically how I see collecting cards, it's like a muscle.
It's like you hit the gym for cards.
You got to get some gains on those cards.
You hit eBay and you buy something cheap and you get stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Because basically when I purchase cards, it's like there's a lot of pros and cons to everything before I purchase the card. Here's an example. Oh, I don't have the card on me. But I bought an N card for $14. It was pretty damaged, but what? The pros are first full art supporter ever. Really cheap. I got it for like $14. A heavily played one went for like 20 plus. So I was like, okay, it's not that bad of a price. You just have to weigh all the pros and cons, and the more and more you do that, the more and more you work out that muscle.
And by the way, he's not telling you to buy that card.
Yeah, don't buy that card. I'm just saying as an example. But you just have to work out that muscle, and it's like the more mistakes you make, the more you learn from your mistakes. If you watch a YouTuber and you listen to them, it's not your mistake. You're not necessarily owning it. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have to own your own decisions and make them of your own accord instead of being like, oh, this YouTuber said that, so I'm going to buy it. If you buy something of your own accord and you're like, oh, that's an L. If you put the thought and the time and the mental willpower to make a decision and think, oh, this is a good decision, and you take an L on it, it teaches you a hard-learned lesson that kind of hurts, but then you know not to make that mistake anymore.
Yeah.
So those are my main points, and let's just get into the chart really quick. I know it's been sitting here forever. as you guys can see right here from this chart, that YouTube pretty much ruins everything. Pretty obvious, because at the end of the day, YouTube hype comes in at any time. You never know when it'll happen. It happened to us not too long ago. And
Yesterday.
we will not talk about that. But, so basically, before YouTube, it seems like this is how I saw the process right here. If you guys can see. Watch, I have a mouse now. So, start out, card has to exist in the first place. So first thing, card is born. It exists. And
Card
so
gets printed.
Card get made. So the card gets made, and then collectors collect. They buy. They say, wow, this card is great. I love it. I would like to have it in my collection.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that is smart investors buy in. They see the card being bought up. They see the potential. They see all the stuff, whatever. They do whatever they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the card gains momentum. And then from there, just natural growth. Question mark? I haven't seen natural growth because everything has been hectic since I started, pretty much.
I haven't seen natural growth in years.
So that's where we're at. But what messes all this up, I feel like, is YouTube hype. At the end of the day, YouTube hype will come in anytime. Card can exist. Literally, card cannot even exist yet. Look, this card, it's worth $10 million, I swear. See?
Bro, this card literally just got announced. It's time.
It's time. It's time. Why would you not buy it right now? It's just the hype can happen at any time. Like, you can start collecting a card and YouTube will be like, wow, I collect 1 million of these cards. These cards are so sick. And guess what? YouTube hype. Or the investment channels are like, wow, bro, this is a great invest. Time to buy.
Top 10 things you should invest in. This card.
You should invest in World Championship decks, guys. No, you shouldn't.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please.
I was just making...
It was a joke.
It was a joke. I saw this one YouTuber say that, and it's an L. But anyways, so there's a lot of L's to be taken. So, anyways, what were we talking about? YouTube. Card games momentum. Basically, any moment a YouTuber can come in and hype anything. That's the world we live in now. So I think we should just take into account that YouTube hype is a real thing, and it's a factor that affects everything. And so basically, the name of the game is to buy before there's YouTube hype.
The only thing that sucks is it can literally come in at any moment and any time.
Mm-hmm. And so you just have to be prepared, and you just have to... I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to talk about this forever, but buy what you like. If you like something, you never take an L.
Yeah.
That's the main lesson. But basically, YouTube hype hits, and guess what happens after that? Frenzy. So this is what I mean. This is why I'm emphasizing the idea of not buying based off of YouTubers. Don't watch a YouTuber and then buy instantly. Because guess what? That's when the frenzy hits. Like, if the video existed, if you watch the video, think about all the thousands of people before that. Think about all the people before that were just buying it up in general. Think about the thousands of people that watched and bought, and think about the YouTuber and all their friends. Like I said earlier, there's too much behind it already. If you are buying something after a YouTuber talks about it, you're buying in the frenzy phase.
Unless, like, you're literally the first viewer.
Yeah, unless you're literally the first one. So, I mean, that's valid. I mean, maybe you could make that strategy.
Yeah, but so basically, like, everyone's buying it up. There's not going to be many on TCG Player or eBay. So then the prices are going to skyrocket. And then people are going to hold it and grade it, and it's just a frenzy.
Yeah, it happens really fast. Literally, full art trainers went up 1 million. Shout out to Twice Baked Jake. You're the GOAT. But now I can't buy any full art trainers.
I can't buy Zinnia!
Van wanted Zinnia so bad. I remember he would talk about it all the time, and he was like, oh, I need to buy this for $20. And then now they're like $70. It's real. The YouTube hype is super, super real. Even the low-key channels hype things up and make things out of reach sometimes. So that's just the world we live in. So you just gotta bite the bullet, understand that, and that's why really... It goes back to making your own muscle. You just got to work out your own muscle and follow your own intuition. And so, yeah. But anyways, as we keep going, frenzy leads to stonks. And people who bought in at the early frenzy phase, they're going to be like, yo, stonk.
Stonk.
Stonk. Stonk. And then guess what, though? What's probably going to happen is more cards are going to get posted and people are going to start undercutting each other. After, like with the Zinnia, I think it'll go down. It'll, like, chill out. It just depends also on scarcity and rarity. That's another level, but we're keeping that out of the conversation for right now.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, with the Cosmic cards, like the Cosmic full arts, guess what? Cosmic's getting a reprint. So, more cards are gonna get posted, and people are gonna start undercutting each other, and then prices are gonna stabilize.
Yeah, and then people who like don't know about the hype, they'll just notice that their card that they just had sitting just went up. Like Sweedle just went up, and I didn't even know.
I must sell.
And then they listen, start undercutting each other.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then prices will stabilize, and what happens after that?
Not stonks.
Exactly. So, basically, at the end of the day, when we're saying don't listen to YouTubers, is just don't buy the cards they tell you to buy.
Yeah, because most people buy in the frenzy stonks phase, so then it's not stonks at the end of the day.
You want to buy before.
You want to buy like before or after the not stonks phase.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, full art trainers, they'll probably die down. It just depends.
I hope.
We'll see.
Hit me up if you have a Zinnia.
Yeah, hook a van up with a Zinnia. But yeah, so that's the YouTube domino effect. I have more charts. Hold on, let me pull them up. Wait, no, I don't have any more charts. I lied. It's like a graph. No, it's not a graph.
It's an animation.
Yeah, we're going to illustrate ideas.
Alright, guys. So we're with our homies Pokerev, Twice Big Jake, Leonhardt, and SM Pratt. And we're going to be doing a graph to illustrate what happens.
Yeah, basically, life is like a forest and you're just walking through it. And you just find your own path. And I feel like that's how Pokemon cards are. So we got your boy Leonhardt here. This applies to cards too. I have like a card example, but this is more of like a general as your goals example. So they're both universal ideas. It's a good metaphor. But life is just a forest and you just walk through it, bro. But yeah, no, so we got our boy Leonhardt right here. You know, he decided to go. I mean, I think he went to Collector. You know, he was walking down this path right here, Collector, and then he went, bam, Entertainer. He took a crossroads over here, yeah? And then here, watch, you want to do one?
Yeah, alright. So, Gary, he went on the Pawn Stars trying to sell his things, but then they didn't buy it, so he's a collector.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like he was a collector, and he just used that as a clout move.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing to bring up his Charizard price.
It was just a clout move.
Yeah, that was definitely a clout move.
It seemed like he went bam, and then now he's gone.
Well, theoretically, since he pretended to flip them, he'd be like...
I know, it's a pump fake.
It was a pump fake.
Okay, and then what do we got? Who else do we got? We got your boy, Pokerev here, and I think he's like entertainment collector. He doesn't talk about investing or anything or flipping stuff. He does flip some stuff. He kind of he'll walk around over here. I feel like he walks around over here and he's like, yeah, guys, I'm entertaining, guys. I open lots of packs and I collect things. But low key, I do this. Low key, I go over here when no one's looking. So I think I put him, he's walking over here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then who do we got? We got your boy Twice Big Jake. I think he talks about investing a lot.
He talks a lot about the investing side of Pokemon.
Investing in collector. He doesn't necessarily sell his cards, so I think he's over here. You know, he flew over these trees. He's over here, yeah, in this little pond.
Yeah, he can't reach collector, but he can't reach investor because he doesn't know surf.
Yeah, he needs to learn surf really quick to go one way or the other. And then we got, who do we got? ZNG Emporium Flipper. He walked all the way over here to just flip some cards, which I respect, honestly. I started watching him a lot. That's how I got into it. And then we got SM Pratt. I don't even know. I feel like he's over here.
Yeah, I feel like he's vibing in the middle of
Yeah,
those.
he's vibing in the middle.
He's lost in the trees.
Yeah, he's chilling. But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's your goals as a Pokemon card collector determine what you buy and what you do. And it's about just creating your own path and foraging through the forest and just deciding what you do. We just kind of wander around, I feel like. Oh, yeah. Also, too, you have to remember that all these people bring crowds along with them. Look at these. Look at these people following them, bruh. Leonhardt is like this.
Yeah, Leonhardt has a lot of fans.
Pokerev's like this. Gary's like that. Twice Big Jake like this.
Yeah. I don't know. But...
SM Pratt is over here. That's his group. ZNG is over here.
Yeah, but they bring in their own crowds that do all that stuff.
And so you as a collector have to decide your goals and decide who you want to be and what you want to do. And this applies to cards too. That's the main example I was trying to get at, but I just wanted the life example because at the end of the day, it's like you have to figure out who you want to be. So like for us,
we started in our Hidden Fates phase, so we would start it as entertainment, which is with Leonhardt.
yeah, I was like collecting, but it was mainly like, oh, bro, I can open up Hidden Fates and I'll be sick and I'll be Leonhardt, and that did not happen. So then that's where I was like, bro, I have all these Pokemon cards. What do I do? And so I kind of started flipping cards because I was like, oh, like I can sell these cards and make more money to buy more cards. And then now we just kind of wander around the woods.
Yeah, we kind of like, we're collecting a bit now, but we're also investor, but we don't really know what to do. We're just everywhere.
We do everything. And we're also entertainment. We got this YouTube channel. Do be kind of popping off, though.
Yeah, and we also stole some of Leonhardt's fans, so now they follow us, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on. It has to be like this. Okay. But yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, what you guys should do with cards, too, is just kind of determine your goals. Like, do you want to start a YouTube channel and pop off? Do you want to start a card shop? Do you want to sell cards? That kind of determines what kind of cards you want to buy. Do you want to collect? Do you want to invest? At the end of the day, I feel like everyone does kind of want their cards to go up. But I don't know. There's a lot to it. So you guys decide on your goals. And here's my example with the Forest of Cards. You ready?
Yeah.
So, like, this is us. Where did we start? We started here.
Modern.
This is modern. So a lot of people come here. This is like everybody's here, honestly. There's a bunch of people here.
Yeah, like even you are in there.
Yeah, you guys are probably there too. There's a lot of people here too, though, also. There's a lot of people everywhere. At the end of the day, I should have used more like low-key examples, but I didn't really think about it. But basically, at the end of the day, what you want to do is you do want to explore. You do want to explore every avenue, I think. You know?
Yeah.
You want to explore everything. It's like, I'm going to say this, but diversifying your portfolio is really good. It's a stonks thing, but basically if you have $100 and you put $100 into one card and it goes down, guess what? You lose everything. What are you doing? Where are you going, man?
I don't know. I'm looking around. I'm trying to find things to invest in.
Invest.
But, so like, let's say I can't afford this Charizard. So I would look around this base set aisle for more cards that I like. I can't find anything, but you find something that you like that's like cheaper.
Yeah, hold on. Back to the diversifying. Why you should explore everywhere is if you have $100 and you put it into a card and it goes down, you literally lose 100. You lose whatever. But if you get $100 and you buy 10 cards, let's say 3 or 4 cards. 3 is better. Say you buy 3 and one goes up, one stays neutral, and one goes down. You're still even. You've still evened out. If they all go up, then you win. It just increases your odds. It makes everything a lot safer. But anyways, back to this story at hand. Basically, you honestly want to be where... Watch. So you want to be around here. Like, you want to be where the crowds are, but you want to be on the outskirts of the crowd. That's how I view it.
You want to be an outcast.
Yeah, you want to be kind of lonely. But so, because if you're here with everyone else, you're just another person in the crowd, and you guys are all whoa. Oh, I just moved the forest, dang. But you guys are all competing for this one card, and you guys are it's all building up, and there's too much going on.
Yeah, but if you are in the outskirts, then people have to eventually move on to you, because there's too many people fighting for that.
Yeah, like you're in a Viridian Forest, everyone's trying to catch that Charizard. Too much competition, too much going on, there's too much hype around it. People are trying to pay too much. So you go on the outskirts, you find some more low-key cards that are in the same tangibility as this. People are going to be like, oh, Charizard sucks, I'm over it. And guess what? They're going to start moving over here.
Yeah, and then that's when you flip them your secret card and you move out more.
And then you move. Yeah, and then you move on to something else. It's just all a game, honestly. It's like a video game. Because it's like we were over here vibing. We were vibing with the waifu cards. Watch. Waifu. This is us. We were vibing. We know what I mean? We're just like here grinding them out. You know what I mean? Grabbing some whenever.
Yeah, and then Twice Big Jake was like, waifus, and then
bam. Yeah, and now everyone's here. And now we're like, bruh. Yep, I know. They all moved to Jesse and James.
Yeah.
Bam. And so now we're like, oh, what's the next move? So, like, what's similar to, like, full art cards? I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. I got into, like, the more low-key slept-on full arts. Like, I bought a Bianca And then I bought, because Bianca was like one of the super early full arts. Just examples, because I know he talked a lot about modern like modern waifus and stuff like that, and more like semi-modern. So I was like, okay, I'll just get Bianca. Bianca's super slept on. There's literally like 4 listings for Bianca. And then I bought Skyla a minute ago. It was the first print Skyla. So you just have to just kind of move around and just go with the flow of things and not just buy into these crowds, pretty much. Yeah, oh, and I got this end card. That's the first full art supporter. There's just like, don't listen to me either. I'm just using, these are not, I'm not saying buy these. This is just an example of stuff.
Unless you want to.
If you want to, go for it. But I'm pretty sure there's like not a lot of these listed either. There's just a lot of things to keep into mind. So you just gotta ride your own wave and not just get caught up in the hype pretty much. So now, because me and Van are over here, and we're like, bro, all these are over. Look at this. He's shocked. Look at his face, shocked at Zinnia's prices now.
Oh my god.
And so we're going to move. I don't know where we're going to move. I haven't even thought about it, but I just wanted to put out this video so you guys could think about it. But I mean, I would move over here if I could afford.
Yeah, but we don't know where to go, but we will find somewhere to go.
Yeah, so we're like, bro, this is overcrowded over here. Time to go.
And then like eventually, people will be like, I'm bored, and they'll all go to like something else, and then like the prices go back to normal, just like the chart went.
And so there's a lot more to it. There's way, way, way more factors, but we'll go into more detail work later. Wait, I have something funny. You ready? Oh, wait, wrong person. Heck. I wanted to do a funny. You ready? Van knows what I'm going to do.
Okay, but
anyways. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of the video when I say don't listen to YouTubers. And you got anything else to say?
Like and subscribe. Listen to that statement.